Yo, what is up, people? So today, to mark the release of As the Sunset Falls, I'm going to be doing a little mix run through. If you do like it, please hit like and subscribe to see more videos from me. And yeah, go stream the song. It'll be out on all streaming services once this video comes out. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I'm going to play a little bit, talk about it, etc, etc. So this intro is actually one of my favourite parts of the song. If you can hear, which I hope you can see that we've got this little trap drum loop. And now, if you're familiar with any of my other discography, you'll know that this trap drum loop is actually used in another song, and I stole it for this song because that other song's pretty crap. I think it was called, it's called "Don't Press the Fucking Red Button." Panic. It's a shit song. It's under Noah Yap. All this new music with vocals is all under Oceans Between Us. So I stole this trap loop from that song. It has for the intro, because the intro's got a high pass low pass filter on it to give it that megaphone sound. That's why it sounds like that. And one thing that I do really like, I just couldn't get it to work with the rest, was this little part. Why is that doing that? Okay, maybe not. There we go. Yeah. That little like fill, but it didn't work in correlation to that as well. So I just left that part out. But it still sounds pretty sick. Got just like chord progression. And then that's when the high pass low pass filter stops. So it is a pretty basic intro, but it works really well. And then the drums come in, and then some lead guitars come in. Your standard just octave of, I think this song's in C sharp, so it'll just be a C sharp octave, and then some poorly played leads. But when you listen to it all together, it sounds fucking massive. For the drums, I use Get Good Drums. I'm using the pop punk preset, and then I'm multi-routing it out, and then I'm mixing it a little bit more here. Got my toms panned a little bit as well. That's always really good. I really like when songs have the pan tom sound. It doesn't have to be too drastic, but just enough so you can notice it. You'll find that I use a lot of these little like risers and impacts. This one's my favourite. That one's really good. Echo. And then going into the verse, I wanted the trap drums to make a reappearance, because originally the drums were just playing like a little like closed hi-hat beat, and then I thought the trap drums can't only make one appearance. It'd be a little bit stupid if they were already in the intro, so I brought them back in, and it works really well. For the guitars on that part as well, we've just got the you'll find that I have just like an octave of the root note going through pretty much most of the song. So you got that plus the same lead that was there before, and that just like really lets it breathe whilst the vocals come in.
In the shadows, I'm wandering, lost in echoes of your indifference. Every step I take a silent plea, but your heart remains a thought for me. Untouched by my devotion, I'm drowning.
And then you get the palm muted guitars come in with the drums, an extra couple of leads. Oh, this prod lead, this is what that sounds like. So using Valhalla, this is a free plugin. It's honestly, I use it across every single one of my songs. You'll never find a song without this on there. So I recommend you downloading that plugin because it is a really good plugin. So yeah, we go for System Overload. I love Logic.
As the sunset falls, I still remember the calls where you told me you were going away.
So this was actually the first part of the song that I wrote. So if you can hear that squeaking, by the way, it's my chair. I need to get a new chair. So this was the first part of the song that I wrote, and obviously, if any of you guys know me, you'll know that I was only an instrumental writer. So I just wrote this chorus like I was writing another one of my instrumental songs, and I really liked it. And then obviously it's got vocals on it now. After I wrote it, I was always too scared to do vocals. That was the main reason, and I just didn't think I was good enough. So, but when I heard this chorus back, I just thought this needs a vocal, man. And I'm sick and tired of just recording songs and nobody listens to them. They're instrumentals. Why would anybody want to listen to an instrumental pop punk song? So yeah, I found some lyrics that I'd wrote a little while ago in my notes, and then I just started like humming it over, and then it sounded sick. So I recorded a demo of it and sent it to my teacher, Phil. Shout out to Phil. He's literally the best tutor ever. And yeah, so after that, I sent it to a couple of my mates. That gave me like a really good boost of confidence, so I just continued on with the track. And obviously here it is now for you all to listen to. With the vocals in the chorus, I have just a standard
As the sunset falls, I
single, pan left and right doubles, and then there is actually some AI generated harmonies here. So if you listen to this,
as the sunset falls, I still remember the cold way.
and then this,
and every day I still feel the same.
just a higher and a lower harmony, AI generated, sounds a bit shit, but buried in the mix nobody will ever know. And then we got this.
And every day
Just a held out, just really thickens it up. Yeah, that is the chorus. Moving on, we go to
I swear to God I'll never recover. You shut me out and locked away the key.
So this verse is basically identical in terms of instrumental wise, except we've got this computer's doing my head in. This is an M2 MacBook Mac Mini, by the way, and it's doing this. It bugs me. So this was actually the original drum beat for the first verse as well, until I put the trap drums there. And then we do have this extra, that little pick slide. And then we also have this like staccato octave part. That just really helps it, like gives it that pushing energy. And then we have
in your ashtray.
One of my favourite fills in this song. Back to the chorus, and then my favourite part of the song is the bridge. This whole section here is, I really like this section.
The ball and chains tied to my head keep me bound to my own fucking bed. All the words that I write with my broken pen, bound to the book. You'll never see me again.
Yeah, this section is my favourite. As you can hear by the drums, there is double bass drum pedal, because if you don't know, I'm a huge metalhead, so I do like to try and include double bass pedal when I can. It's just sick, man. It works really well. Yeah, there's not much going on again, just, yeah, the chord progression changes slightly, and then this part with the held out. Insane fill again, that's also a really good fill. So this part started off with just
the ball and chains,
just the standard vocal that you can hear. If you listen closely, there's a lot going on in the background. As you can see, we've got loads of stuff here. So when I was at college, I really wanted to do gang vocals, so I got my two best mates, Dan and Charlie, and yeah, we for about 45 minutes we recorded gang vocals, and we were putting mics everywhere. Like, I put a mic in the back of a guitar amp, in the kick drum, everywhere. We were just messing about. So let's have a deep dive into some of these here.
The ball and chains tied to my head.
So that's just a basic one there.
The ball and chains tied to my head.
We were really just messing about with this being as stupid as possible, because if you're not having fun, then what's the point?
The ball and chains.
So we got high pitched ones, stupid voices.
The ball and chains.
Oh, and
the ball.
Where is it? Is that one?
And chains tied to my head.
Bit more aggressive one.
To my head.
It's another standard one. And after we did that, we thought, what else can we do, man? Because this sounds sick, but why don't we do the stereotypical, have it in a bar? So instead of like finding samples online on Splice or something, I thought, why don't we create them ourselves? So we've got these 3 layers of just absolute crap talking.
I swear to God, I'm going biggest I've ever made. Well, I just don't even understand how we can act so fucking egotistical.
We did a lot of ranting and talking shit about people, and also I sang Family Reunion by Blink-182, which is an awesome song if you haven't heard that song. And then, so after we did those vocals, we went into what we call the void at college, which is where like a bunch of gear stored. And I remember seeing a bunch of bottles, glass Budweiser, empty Budweiser bottles. So we went in there and we took those bottles and we just clinked them. Also did the more chatting.
This is fucking sick. Genuinely, mate.
That's Charlie shouting there. Just to make it seem like we're in a rowdy bar, and altogether, it sounds really good.
The ball and chains tied to my head, keep me bound to my own fucking bed. Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds really sick. That is my favourite part of the song. When you listen to the song, which you better, by the way, keep an ear out for that. And then we literally just go into another final chorus. But with this chorus, there's a few more AI harmonies.
As the sunset falls, I still remember the calls where you told
Me, you were going away.
and every day I still feel the same. I just miss your hair and your hands on my chest.
So yeah, just more AI harmonies. I didn't do any harmonies because this was my first time ever trying the vocals, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew that in songs you have harmonies. Don't get me wrong, I've recorded bands before, I know what I'm doing, but yeah, I think it was just still the nerves and the anxiety of not really liking my voice either. So in every other song that I've done past that point, all the harmonies are myself. What else can we look into? So we can look into some of the actual mixing part of it. We'll start with the drums. So the drums, this is what the drums sound like. There's nothing there now. So yeah, the drums sound really good in my opinion. What I'm doing to them, they are get good drums, so they always sound great straight out of the box. But what I'm literally just doing EQ, more EQ, compression. So yeah, on all of these tracks, it's just little bits of EQ and compression just to get them to sit in the mix nicer. On the drum bus, which is what all the drums are routed to, a little bit more EQ, and then a bus compressor, and then obviously these two channels here, we got the drum reverb, and then we've got the drum crush. So the drum crush, I'm sending all of these channels, and this is just the compressor, but like working overtime, like completely smashing the sound to bits, and then you blend that in there and you get this really nice full tone. With the bass, so the bass was the hardest part about mixing this track. Either you had too much bass or too little bass, and it's a pain in the ass to get right. So for the main tone, I am using the TSE Audio Bod Bass Overdrive, which is based on a Sans Amp bass pedal. Sounds really nice. Let's just have a listen to that by itself. So yeah, I think that sounds really nice by itself. Going into that, we are compressing it as if you had a compressor pedal in your chain. That just fans it up a little bit. And then we got some EQ, just pulling out some of those like mid parts that aren't very nice. Compressing again. A little bit more EQ. Got a little bit of these are really shallow filters, by the way. So you may think that cutting 40 off on a bass is a bit drastic, but it's like nothing. Yep, so we got that. And then we got this, which is side chain to the kick, so that ducks down whenever a kick is hit, basically, which just helps not muddy up the low end, helps the kick come through more. And then we've just got a more drastic EQ, boosting some pick attack, pulling out some of those like boxy mids, and that is the bass tone. Lots of low end, lots of pick attack, high end clarity, not a lot of mid end to clash with the guitars. Guitars, so the guitars all run. So on the guitars, there's nothing but the amps. I use Archetype Nolly for the guitars, using this, which is based off a it's based off Misha's from Periphery's company. It's the whatever boost pedal they make, I can't remember the name of it, and the noise gate, and that all runs to EQ, another EQ just to boost like 8K, which gives you lots of clarity, and yeah, it's really nice on guitars. Just a little bit of compression, a little bit more EQ. So that's all it is for guitars. And then on the vocals, so the vocals, we've got the main vocal bus. See, because there's never ever any more than one vocal playing at once, I can get away with putting everything on this bus. So that saves CPU. So we've got a little bit of pitch correction. They have been pitch corrected already. I always just like to have a bit of auto-tune on there, just in case, to pick anything up. Compression, lots of it. EQ, multi-band compressor. I keep saying compressor to tame the high end. A little bit more EQ. This is like sweeten EQ. This is really just boosting pretty much everything. And a bit of de-essing. And then that runs into the All Vox, which has another compressor on it and a little bit more EQ. These have a similar chain, they just don't have the auto tune or anything on them because they're all on separate tracks because there's loads playing at once. Cutting out some of those harsh high frequencies. Box standard vocal EQ, compressor, de-esser. It's all the same really. Instrumental bus. So everything runs into this bus besides the vocals. On this we've got a little bit of EQ, some more EQ, compression, and some more EQ. That's for the high pass, that's the high pass low pass filter effect. So if you want, all you have to do is just sew like that. And then the mastering chain is EQ. This works wonders. This sounds great. Let me give you an example of what it sounds like with it on or off. So that's on. Off. So on.
All the words that I write with my
It literally cleans up the whole mix. It sounds fucking awesome. I love that. So this just is a brick wall so that no low end below basically 100 hertz is going through left and right. Compressor, Saturn is an insane plugin. Saturn is amazing. All it's doing is giving a 12% saturation, warm tape saturation over the whole mix, and that just sounds amazing. And then a limiter to boost the volume and clip any like snare hits, etc. So that is pretty much the whole song. So leave me any comments, any videos you want to see from me in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stream As the Sunset Falls on any streaming platform. Merch link in the description. So yeah, peace out. See you.